What's up, man? Welcome to the WT show, man. I'm talking about this basketball stuff, man. I'm talking about the Golden State Warriors and the Houston Rockets. Yesterday was a really impelling. It was a very physical, kind of like the old, basketball from when I used to grow up watching basketball. The referees let them play. They let the players decide the game. James Harden was very good. Durant was very good. Clay was good. Early he was good, then he kind of tailed off. Then late he was good. It was a pretty good game. PJ Tucker is a dog, man. I like PJ Tucker. PJ Tucker come out there and do everything you need to do to win a basketball game. You know what I'm saying? Even if he don't score a lot of points, the man just impacts the game. Rebounds, steals, defense, block shot here and there, loose balls. Getting those 50-50 balls. PJ Tucker is a pretty good basketball player that you need on a championship level team if you're trying to win a championship. He's one of those Dennis Rodman type, you know what I'm saying? Those type of guys of that ilk. Guys that you don't, you hate playing against, but you love when they're on your team. That type of thing. But I know a lot of people panicking, man, and saying, "Oh, the Warriors are in trouble." Listen, when the Warriors was up 2-0, I told everybody that I won't be surprised if Houston go home and win the two games at home, because that's just the way it is. That's just how top level teams are. Some top level teams, most of them can win their home games. They don't get fluctuated or panic when they don't win a game at another top levels on another top levels court. They just come home and say, okay, now we got to handle business and win our protect our home court, and that's what Houston did. Now I wouldn't be surprised if Golden State win the next two and win it in six. I got Golden State winning in six, man. I know a lot of people saying, well, Golden State is in trouble. Yes, it's not really a series until another team wins on another team home court, and then one of these teams won on each other home court. But what it comes down to is the best out of three. And if you're gonna put the Warriors up against the best out of the three against any team, I'm gonna take the Warriors. They just got more talent. And 99% of the time in the NBA, in the 7-game format, the best team with the most talent usually wins. Period. That's how NBA basketball has been there ever since I've been looking at basketball. Now, every now and then you'll have these upsets where Denver upset Seattle back in the 90s. With Mutombo, not Mutombo. With Mutombo on the team and Robert Pack on that Denver team when they upset Gary Payton and Sean Kemp of Seattle. Then you got Denver, not Denver. You got Golden State when they upset Dallas. Y'all remember when Dallas had that really good team? I believe they had the best record in the league. I believe Dirk was the MVP. Baron Davis and the guys, Steven Jackson upsetted them. But that's like every so often. That doesn't happen a lot. Usually the best team wins. I remember I'm gonna go back a little bit. I remember when the Sacramento Kings used to play the Lakers hard. You know what I'm saying? The Sacramento Kings, they get into the series, and Sacramento, have the Lakers down 2-1 or something like that, and Lakers came back and won because they had Shaq and Kobe. They had the most talent on their team. They had the best players. You know what I'm saying? Sacramento had Chris Webber and Divac. You know what I'm saying? And Doug Christie and those guys, Mike Bibby. But that Lakers team was just better. And every year when they played Sacramento, it was a tough contested series. That's usually what happens with top level teams. You have tough contested series. I can even go back before that with my Chicago Bulls and the New York Knicks. Every year the Knicks thought they was gonna beat the Bulls. Every year the Bulls beat the Knicks, except when Jordan retired and the Knicks beat the Bulls in a 7-game series with that Hugh Hollins bad call on Scottie Pippen on that 3. I remember that. I was looking at it. I was watching the game. I thought we got, I thought it was a non-call. Years later, that referee that called that foul on Scottie Pippen came out and said it wasn't a foul. That he regret calling it. And then you go up to recent. Now you come up to Houston Rockets and Golden State. You know what I'm saying? Last year was a 7-game series. Golden State won. They're gonna win this year. It's just they have the best talent. To me, it's a better team. And you have to look at it like this. The Houston Rockets hit 17 threes yesterday. 17 threes. Gordon was hot from three. CP3 was hitting threes. James Harden was hitting his step back threes, and they still only won by 4. Just put that into context. They hit all those threes and still only won the game by 4 points. Golden State had a chance to tie up the game. Steph Curry and Durant missed wide open threes. Steph Curry's wasn't wide open, but Durant was wide open, but he was like 4 feet behind the 3-point line. But they had a chance to put that game into overtime and possibly steal that game. They didn't play particularly well. Now, like I said, Steph played well in the first quarter. Then he kind of like tailed off in the second and then came back in the third and the fourth. Kevin Durant played all throughout the game, at a nice pace. Klay Thompson, Draymond Green played a pretty good floor game. Draymond Green plays a pretty good floor game, rebounds, points, steals, assists. But Klay Thompson, to me, I've been saying this for the last 3 years since KD got there. Klay Thompson has not had the same rhythm he had before Durant got there. He has had some games to where he scored a lot of points, he hit a lot of threes in some games, but I have not seen a game in the playoffs where you see Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, and Klay Thompson all play well in one playoff game. Usually you'll get 2 of the 3. I have not seen all 3 of them, shoot the ball well at the same time in the same game. I just haven't seen it yet. And it's something about the dynamic that Klay Thompson knows he's the third he's the third option. Klay Thompson still gets a lot of shots. Let's not get it twisted. He just doesn't get the same shots he used to get. And it's not in the same rhythm. Because sometimes you look at Golden State where Kevin Durant will come out hot, or either Steph Curry will come out hot, and Klay Thompson doesn't get he doesn't get to feel the shots early in the game. He'll get spot shots here and there, and a shooter has to get shots in rhythm. A shooter has to know that they're going to get a certain amount of shots to catch their rhythm. And a lot of times, Klay Thompson can get lost. As good of a shooter Klay Thompson is, he can get lost in the offense a lot. Yesterday, he was getting spotty shots here and there. He had no chance to catch a rhythm because in the first quarter, Steph Curry was going off. And then throughout the game, Kevin Durant was going off. So he had no rhythm. And then when he finally got the ball, it was like, okay, I got the ball. Shoot, miss, shoot, miss. Klay Thompson was missing layups. That's how you know a player's out of rhythm, when they miss wide open layups. A man missed wide open layups. So he's out of rhythm. So like I said, the Golden State Warriors are going to come back and win this series in 6 or 7. Whatever it's going to be in, they're going to win the series. I don't panic because I've seen too much basketball to understand that top-level teams are going to win their home games for the most part. They top-level teams for a reason, because they can win at home, and then they can also go on the road and steal games. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not surprised that it's 2-2. Some people thought it was going to be a sweep after Golden State won their first 2 games. I told people, hold on. It won't surprise me if Houston go home and win their 2 home games. That's just how it is in this tightly contested Western Conference. That's just how it is.